All right, welcome everybody to another episode of Matt Cooks. We're cooking in color today because it's important to get we are making salsa.
I thought you were making coffee cake.
We'll do that later, another episode, not today. Maybe take a little longer. This is a quick little salsa episode. I'm going to use it to make some tacos tonight, but for now we're going to just do the salsa, which is pretty good. Okay, and this is, I would call spicy enough salsa. It's pretty spicy, about as spicy as anything you might expect in any run-of-the-mill restaurant. It's really just bad enough jalapenos, like at that level where you really wouldn't be able to, at least I wouldn't enjoy it without having some water pretty immediately after. Pretty decidedly spicy. But I don't really have any portions here. I use about a half a can, so I guess that's it. The portion's going to be 14 ounces of diced tomatoes. And then, just almost as and to make salsa, I just have to have the big, this big old 2-quart jar of jalapenos. This isn't really particularly fancy, but I use a good amount of jalapenos. That's what makes it spicy. So it makes it good. I think that's probably going to be enough, maybe. Yeah, maybe not. A little more. Maybe not that many more actual full jalapenos, but let's put a little bit of you don't want to waste the jalapeno liquid. That's going to get that nice and spicy. So I like it to be good and spicy, so that's going to be pretty spicy. Nothing insane, but still spicier than I think most. When you eat into it, you're gonna. I'm just gonna add some pepper, and you're gonna be expecting. It's a little surprisingly spicy. All right, a little bit of red pepper. Mostly just whatever I've kind of got around here. Red pepper, just a little bit. Gonna do some minced onions. I mean, it would probably be better to have some fresh onions, but minced onions are gonna do the trick. All right. And garlic salt. And just a sprinkling of that. About that much. Not even gonna play around with what are the actual measurements here. So, and then I freeze the cilantro because a packet of cilantro's got plenty. It'll last you for a while. In the summer, I actually keep some cilantro plants, and they're pretty successful enough to just basically get the cilantro out of my garden, which is cool. But since we're in the winter, I've got a bag of frozen cilantro because it'll last several months. At least I use it for several months. But cilantro is another thing that really just makes it taste like salsa. So nothing too fancy. I don't even have any limes around because I just don't happen to have any limes around. So you can overdo the limes. Really, I think it's a bit overrated. It's one of those things you can easily overdo the lime. If you put too much lime in there, I think it takes away from the rest of it. So. But I think the tomatoes and the jalapenos and then cilantro is another big key. I think without the cilantro, I mean, you can still make it. It still can be good, but I think cilantro is really what you're gonna make you feel like gives it that really good salsa taste to it. So that's basically it. And the other thing for me is I don't like chunks of tomatoes. Really don't like the taste of solid tomatoes. I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm a bit of a Neanderthal in that. I don't know, but I don't really like chunks of tomatoes. So even when I'm making pizza or whatever, if the sauce has got tomatoes, I just take them out because I just don't like the taste of tomatoes. I like them when they're liquid, but. Alright, But so what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this into liquid, and I think that is really good when it's turned into liquid. And then we're gonna refrigerate it. Let's see if where that puts us. Like I said, I like to make sure this is plenty, pretty liquidy.
It's pretty loud.
Yeah, pretty loud. I guess that's good. You see that cilantro in there. I think that's going to be fine. Now, appearance-wise, this is going to be good to go in terms of how it looks. But I mean, I like the I like salsa.
I don't think I'm going to be doing the taste test.
Yeah, you can try. I mean, you know, you can give it a shot. But this is kind of maybe a not for kids episode, because this is probably not anything. This salsa might be a bit spicy for. I mean, you know, I don't know. Maybe some kids would like spicy salsas, but this is pretty spicy.
Really hot things.
Yeah. All right.
Like the spicy of chips.
So.
That's why I never use.
But that's looking very good, as you can see there. I do believe. But it's really not going to be as good as it will be until it sits in the fridge for, I'd say, at least an hour. We'll go at least an hour on here. I mean, it's got this is coming out pretty room temperature, and it's a thick liquid, so you gotta wait at least an hour. I've frozen at times when I've wanted to have it quicker, but to really make it good, you're going to need to give that about an hour. So there we go. We're going to stick that in the fridge for an hour, maybe more. We're going to get it cold, and then we're going to give that salsa a test drive. All right, welcome back, and we have let that cool for a number of hours. We've got some chilled salsa, and I will go ahead and say that I've got my water here, and that this is, I did taste a slight bit of it, and will say that this is very spicy, so just, you know, just know that. Really fantastic though. It's hard to even take a bite until you get used to it without going for the water, because it's pretty spicy. But really, really good. Just turned out really well. And I'd even go to say that I feel like it's my favorite of at any restaurant here in town. Like, I've really enjoyed Taco Mama, and they've got great queso and great stuff overall, but I just really, I haven't come across any that I enjoy as much as the stuff I make at home. But what we're going to do with it, just to go ahead and cap off what we're going to, is I've got the tacos that these are going to be going on, and just going to be topping those off, the salsa on these tacos that I've got, and this can definitely be eaten very good on its own, or, you know, in dishes. So this is very good salsa. Hope that if you give it a try, you know, some sort of alteration's fine. Maybe less jalapenos if you want it less spicy, any of that. But I hope that you have some luck with this particular type of salsa, and we'll see you next time.